Now, this is New Year's Day. Happy New Year, 2020. Don't believe I made it to 2020. Fantastic. So I'm watching this guy here. I forgot his name. It's been so long since I've seen his videos. But I'm watching this and I like this because it gets my brain juicy. I start thinking. And when I start thinking about videos. And this is about when I was a young man, the greatest job that anyone could ever get, especially living here in Florida. The greatest job you could get living in Florida, living in South Florida, is getting on the government payroll or the payroll of any utility. Between the government and a utility, once you got that job, you were guaranteed, if you lived long enough, you were guaranteed to have a nice, cushy, comfortable retirement. When you don't have to worry about paying your bills in retirement because the government, the utilities, are sending you a check every month. They are as good as the United States government. And bam, you retire, all the stress is gone out of your life because you have a guaranteed retirement income because you're working for the government and you're working for a utility. And those were the great, fantastic, golden jobs to get in South Florida. Get on with the county or get on with the utility. And I got in my 30s and 40s. I watched some of them retire, older than me. They went right into what they expected. They went into their golden retirement years with a guaranteed paycheck every month. And they didn't have to invest in anything. Well, invest for what? Their retirement is guaranteed. They don't need to invest in anything. Well, I'm sorry to say that's not the way it is today. Totally different than when I was a young person. Now you can work for the government, you can work for a utility, and you can have a pension. But today, you cannot live stress-free as your parents and grandparents did. No, you're going to have stress. And what's the stress coming from? Is my pension going to be cut? Is my pension going to go away? All pensions are underfunded, whether from a utility or from the government. They're underfunded, and they're scrambling to figure out how they can get the money to keep you happy in retirement. No, you did all that. You were a school teacher, government worker, utility worker, and you never invested. Now you're under the threat of having your pension cut or disappear. How different today is for these people versus when I was a young person, when that was the greatest job in the world to get in South Florida, working for the government or working for a utility.